Welcome back. The South Spartans volleyball team broke the mold this season with varsity players creating more than just a postseason buzz. The football team showed its tenacity and depth by bringing up a different star running back to win games and make the difference. That's not all the Spartan Fall Athletics has in store for you. Ashley Morgado reminds you of their accomplishments.
This fall, the South High Spartans channeled their mascot and fought hard to achieve some great success. Girls tennis and girls volleyball went deep into CIF playoffs, while the Spartan football team found the way to spear into CIF's second round. Two South cross-country runners made a presence in their preliminary race, sprinting to a new personal record. So let's take a look back and see how these Spartans made it all happen. We'll start with girls tennis. The girls started turning heads when they took their Pioneer League. There was a three-way tie, but the Spartans stayed focused, and for the first time since 2007, the girls claimed their league. In CIF play, singles number 1 Gracie Davis, number 2 Crystal Lynn, and doubles number 1 Kylie Etter and Kendall Town were the dominant force to take their team to CIF semifinals, which was the first time in the school's history. Here we can see why Davis was number 1. This is when she went up against North's number 1 Corey Grace Bick. Davis pulled a muscle, but still worked hard to find that sweet spot up the line and pass the reach of Bick for the 6-3 win. Cerritos ultimately retired the Spartan season in the semifinals, but the girls had their best season yet, with some school history and a league title. Next on the list, cross country. Two runners stood out from the start, senior Erica DeBazio and freshman Nick Lofgren. Both had done a great job all season, but when it came time for CIF prelims, these two really shined. Erica ended her Spartan career with a personal record 3-mile run time of 17 minutes and 52 seconds. She placed 7th overall. Nick also PR'd and placed 26th in the race with a 3-mile run time of 15 minutes and 22 seconds. Remember though, he is only a freshman, so we have much to look forward to with him in the years to come. Girls volleyball at South was the talk of the school. They seemed untouchable and had a tremendous season leading up to CIF play. The team took its 4th consecutive league title, and under the reign of senior studs Desi Kaleva, Danny Garcia, and Katie Exum, the team was sure to go far in CIF. They faced LaSalle in the semifinals and lost in 3 sets. But there were some great moments to look back on, including this overpass kill that Desi Kaleva pounded back at the Lancers in that semifinal match. The girls finished their season with a record of 30-6. Last but not least, the Spartan football team battled for a spot in the CIF playoffs. They won the at-large bid, and in the first round proved they had a winning team by beating St. Bernard 55-41. To get them there, running back Brendan Larea did everything he could and became the league's rushing leader. Here's a clip to show Larea's strength and speed. He breaks free and scores a touchdown for his Spartan team. They lost in second-round play to Templeton, but they finished strong. Overall, South Fall sports were a success. Let's see if the winter squads can carry the torch. For the Sports Desk, I'm Ashley Morgado.
Thanks, Ashley, for that Spartan spin. The South football team showed its ability to change offensive strategy with an impressive run game. Their 3-2 record in the Pioneer League got them to the playoffs, and they took away St. Bernard's perfect record in the regular season in that first-round game. The biggest success of any team was the girls volleyball team. After winning the Pioneer League 8-0, they had an impressive playoff run as well. Cross country was led by Erica DiBiasio, and there were plenty of come-from-behind wins and postseason appearances. The girls tennis team broke down some records and then some. Gracie Davis led this team into a nice postseason. Warrior Fall Athletics might not have shined as bright as they have in recent years, but there are some great moments to brag about. The volleyball team really took it to one of its city rivalries, and the football team had a lot of close games that have a great highlight reel, but also the West Boys cross country team and girls cross country team were something to talk about. Let's go and take a look. The cross country team at West High are definitely the MVP of the fall sports scene. The girls' team competed well in Bay League and advanced many individual runners into the postseason. Brendan Vientos, Miles Blum, Andrew Faust, Michael Nakahara, and Greg Day led the boys' cross-country team to a 5th place finish in state. There's more to come from this exciting team next season. The Warrior football team was led by junior quarterback Joey Notch, who was on the roster for second-team All-Bay League. Notch was also a safety on the defense, totaling 7 interceptions on the season. During the fall, Notch would often find seniors Hugo Yepes, Nick Roos, and Matt Boson to help some points up on that West scoreboard. Warrior fans have a lot to look forward to next season as Craig Noss and Barry Thomas and a lot of others are coming back to make the West offense more potent. Just as their offense is good, their defense was good. They swept every Torrance school and would end with a 6-4 overall record, going 2-3 in league, winning their last 2 games against Peninsula and Lusinger. They didn't make the playoffs this year, but they are returning a good group of core players. The season highlight for the girls volleyball team was beating Peninsula 3-2 in league play. They also swept Torrance both times they played them. The fall season at West is wrapped up, and it was a good one. Whether it was cross-country breaking records or the football players making plays that deserve to be on the highlight reel, Warrior fans should be proud. The West Warrior football team was impressive even if they lost a lot of those games. They did have that 4-game win streak in the middle of September into October. They beat all of the Torrance schools. They ended the season with a 2-game win streak over Peninsula and Lusinger. QB Joey Notch gives them a lot to be excited for next year. The West girls volleyball team swept the Lady Tartars and won an impressive match against their Bay League opponent, Peninsula. The girls tennis team came in 4th in the Bay League, making it to the wild card round of the CIF. The West cross country team competed all the way to the state tournament. Great showing in individual and team placement. The regular season was outstanding as well. Okay, so we've covered 4 of the 5 COT schools, but there's one left with a football team that is quickly building a dynasty. Stick around to check it out.
George, it's a great deal. Only used a couple of times, and it gets great parsecs for very little dilithium crystals.
Well, I appreciate the offer, but what I really need is information about Social Security. How do I find out what my monthly payment will be?
Online.
How about if I just want Medicare?
Online.
Oh my. We'll boldly go to socialsecurity.gov.
Let's go kick the tires.
I hope you find a home. I hope you find a home. Hey, maybe you'll be picked next. Maybe you'll be picked next. We've been caged together too long. We've been caged together too long. How come nobody ever picks me? Maybe they're looking for somebody different. Pick me. Well, the shelter's closing up for another day. We didn't get picked. I know. Tomorrow. Guaranteed.
Takeout meals for just $12.99. Call now.
Sherry Pearson. You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montonopolis, and you are now worth $45 million.
I'm rich! This can't be real.
Of course it's not real. Come on. Having money isn't about luck. Like that takeout meal. Cook at home instead, you can save thousands a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
The Knights have always been known as a basketball powerhouse, but the football team is quickly chomping at their heels to be recognized as a household name too. The girls volleyball team performed well under new leadership, making swift moves to be dominant in the seasons to come. Patrick Alog tells you more about it.
The Bishop Montgomery Knights had success on the football field, volleyball hardwood, and the tennis courts during the fall scene. The Sportsdesk takes a look at the top players and moments throughout the 2011 fall sports campaign at Bishop Montgomery High. Let's go first to the football field. The Knights finished with the record 6-5, which was the first time in nearly 30 years they had 2 straight winning seasons. Leading the way this season was running back Michael Turner, who finished with over 1,100 yards and 13 touchdowns. One of his big games was against Mary Star of the Sea, as he was a force in offense and on defense, as he forced and recovered a fumble early on in a close game that the Knights would eventually win. He continued his marks in performances against Bosco Tech and St. Bernard. He'll definitely be a force next year as one of their key components in 2012. One of the unsung heroes was running back Blake Alt, who filled in admirably for the injured Turner late in the year. The senior finished his final year with 750 yards and 8 touchdowns. On defense, leading the way were Danny Herrera and Patrick Friedman. Friedman had 3 interceptions, including this one at the end of the game against Mary Star of the Sea, leading to a pick 6. Herrera had 5 interceptions and provided one of the best moments of the fall campaign as he was named Homecoming King and then had this memorable moment after being named King. He took it all the way for a pick 6 late in the game versus Bosco Tech. On to volleyball. The Lady Knights once again made it to CIF as they finished with a record of 16-8 and finished 3rd in the Delray League. Leading the way for the Lady Knights was junior Bria Green. Throughout the year, she did have her difficulties with the wrist injury and pneumonia. However, when she was on her game, she was one of the best. Take a look at these highlights against North. Right there, she gets a kill right off the tip. And then Green with the slam dunk kill. And then another one, this time a little change up. And one right on the line. Also leading the way for the Lady Knights was sophomore Ashley Murray, who stepped in big time when Green was out, including against Torrance. Murray takes advantage of the Torrance overpass right there. And then right in her wheelhouse for another kill. And then gets the solar block for added measure. One of our favorite moments actually occurred off the court and in an office with a coin flip to decide if Bimani is number 2 or number 3 in the Delray League.
Okay, so tails, you get it, then you get the 2nd seed.
Yes.
Bishop will get the 3rd.
Tails.
Another great moment was the crowd support the volleyball team had versus Bishop Amat as they pretty much covered up our camera shot. And in tennis, the Lady Knights won their 6th straight Delray League title and made it to quarterfinals of CIF as they were led by Delray League champ Samantha Judan, their doubles teams who both made it to CIF, and newcomer Jacqueline Forbes. Congratulations to the Bishop Montgomery Fall Sports. Reporting for the Sports Desk, I'm Patrick Alog.
Thanks, Patrick. The Bishop Montgomery Knights football team came in 2nd in the Bay League to St. Bernard's, continuing to show they are just getting better as a program. They finished 6-8 overall and 5-1 in league play. There are a few players on that roster who are making decisions about where and if they'll play in the postseason, or rather post-high school. The young volleyball team finished 16-8 overall and just missed the playoffs in the highly competitive Delray League. The girls tennis team, led by Samantha Judan, dominated in the showing with a nice record, winning the Delray League and making it to the CIF playoffs. And that is the breakdown for fall sports. But I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of players out there that we didn't recognize who are going on scholarship somewhere. So if we don't know, then you have to let us know. Here's how to get in touch with us. Look at the information on your screen, 310-618-5762. You can email us at thesportsdesk@torranceca.gov. You can view all of our shows online at that address, and you can also view the shows from 2010 and 2011 on YouTube. That's all the time we have for you today. Please note that this show will run 2 weeks, so be sure and expect some soccer from the South Holiday Tournament in our next episode. Thanks so much for joining us. Until next time, Torrance, play hard.